In life, we're not on an elevator, we're actually on an escalator. What's happening, y'all? This is Mike D with Black Fathers Now, where we're bringing the village to the brothers. Every couple of weeks, you can look forward to a quick inspirational message or a thought-provoking guest with knowledge and wisdom, all geared towards helping you be the best father that you can be. We're bringing the village to you. Now it's your turn to do something with what you learned. All right, y'all. Let's go. What's going on, fellas? This is Mike D, Mr. Double Down on You. And guess what? This is episode 200 of Black Fathers Now. Episode 200, like real talk, 200 episodes. It's amazing thought process, 200 episodes. And I wanted to share a little bit with you all about this episode and about the process and really just getting to this point and just some of my thoughts. This has been an amazing journey that started back in summer of 2017. So it's been a little over 3 years now. And there hasn't been a Monday that you've not heard an episode of Black Fathers Now since then. And one of the things that I find so amazing when I look back through statistics and numbers and of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have listened to an episode of Black Fathers Now, since the launch of this in the summer of 2017, there's not been one day in which there hasn't been somebody in the world somewhere that's not listened to an episode of Black Fathers Now. Somebody has listened to an episode of Black Fathers Now every day since the launch back in summer of 2017. And I know to some people that doesn't seem like a lot, but to me, it's motivation to kind of keep going. It's motivation to continue doing what you do, because whether it's an episode in which thousands of people are listening to or just a few hundred people listen to, regardless of how it hits, I know that every day somebody is getting something from this platform. And if that continues, then honestly, the saga must continue. Or as Nipsey says, the marathon continues. And that's what's going to happen. So this is episode 200. I want to thank y'all, every last person who's downloaded, who shared, who's, sent a little something to encourage me along on the process. All the brothers who are part of the Black Fathers Now family who've been interviewed on this bad boy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing yourself. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you for dropping the nuggets of wisdom that have gone on to help thousands and thousands and thousands of brothers think about life a little bit differently. Thank you for sharing your story, because you serve as social proof for what's possible. And that's allowed so many brothers to then realize that what it is they're called to do is possible as well. So thank you for that. So all the folks involved in Black Fathers Now, the family, thank y'all, man. Thank you to my wife who's, allowed me to do this thing, who's inspired me to do this thing. Thank you to my kids, to my parents, to my brothers and sister-in-laws and uncles, aunts, cousins, my grandparents who are no longer here, but my grandparents and friends and frat brothers, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated in the building. Literally, man, the folks from Augusta, Georgia, where I was raised, to Knoxville, Tennessee, where I currently am, to the family from Georgia Tech and Atlanta, Georgia, GT is in the building. Just folks from everywhere, man. I just want to say thank y'all for your support. This has been awesome. And this is episode 200, but I tell you, we got some heat that's coming. If you've not listened to the previous episodes where we got brothers from all over the place doing the doggone thing, just be real. What's coming up soon, we got some heat really, really coming, and it ain't gonna stop. The marathon continues. But I want to leave you with this. There's something that I learned in this process, and it's that in life, we're not on an elevator, we're actually on an escalator. Okay, we're not on an elevator, we're on an escalator. See, when you're on an elevator, you have the ability to push a button, right? You can get off on the first floor, the second floor, the 20th floor, whatever. You have the ability to push the button, right? You also have the ability to step out of the elevator, or if you wanted to, you could just stay on the elevator and ride it up and down, right? Again, life is not an elevator, it's an escalator. With an escalator, I know a lot of us in social distancing aren't really going to the malls and all, but I think back to the image of being in a crowded mall during holiday seasons, right? Back in the day as a kid. And it used to be fun to get on the escalator because you get on the escalator on the ground floor and you ride it and it takes you up to the next level or to the next floor of the mall where you currently are. And usually on that escalator, during the times in which there was a lot of shopping going on, there was a lot of people on the escalator before you and a lot of people behind you. Like if you look up, you have people on every step in front of you. You look behind you, there are people on every step behind you. I mean, it was just packed. But the escalator is different from the elevator. The elevator, you have some semblance of control. You can push a button to open the door, push a button to close it. You can choose which level you go to. You can choose to get off, or you can choose to stay on the elevator and ride it up and down. With the escalator, it just runs. Think about that. With the escalator, it just runs. And when it gets to the destination, you do not have a choice on whether or not you have to get off or not. You have to get off. And if you think back to the image that I just gave you about being in the crowded mall where there's a lot of people in front of you on the escalator and a lot of people behind you on the escalator, what happens if you try to stay put and not get off the escalator once it reaches the next level? You're impeding progress for the people that are coming behind you. Think about that. See, life is more an escalator than it is an elevator. Yes, we feel like we have control and we have agency over various aspects of our life, but the reality is life is going to continue. Right now you might be closer to the first level in which you just got on the escalator. Maybe some of us are closer to that second level, but at some point that escalator is going to reach its destination and you're going to have to get off whether you want to or not. So as we ride this escalator and as we traverse through this life, what are you doing? Because ultimately you're going to reach that next plateau at some point and you're going to have to get off. You can try to stay there if you want to, but ultimately you're not going to be able to because the steps on the escalator keep moving. And like I mentioned about the crowded mall, there's a lot of people behind you. So you got to get out of the way. So while you're here, while you're on this escalator that's moving in life, make sure you're doing something productive. Make sure you find something that you can give your life to that you really need to invest your time, your energy, your resources, your talents into that thing. Because again, you're going to reach that next plateau. And when you're riding that escalator, you have no choice but to get off. So while you're here, make it count. All right. So y'all, episode 200. Again, I appreciate y'all. Make sure to subscribe to this. If you've not listened to this episode before or listened to an episode of Black Fathers Now, thus far, and maybe you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit a like button, leave some comments, share this thing out. Because look, in 2021 and beyond, we're going to blow this thing up. We're already doing a great job, but we about to take it to the next level. So make sure you're a part of all of this thing, man, and listen, engage, share, follow Black Fathers Now on Instagram and Facebook. I want y'all to also be aware we have some courses dropping pretty soon. Double Down on You. You hear me introduce myself as Mike D, Mr. Double Down on You. Double Down on You leadership and personal development training is dropping this month of January 2021. And the first course that I'm releasing is called Jumpstart Fatherhood. Y'all need to check it out. Check it out. So all you to-be dads, brothers who are new fathers, because, check this out. With the quarantine, there's a baby boom popping, right? So we got a fatherhood course for all of y'all new dads who are, got caught up in that the quarantine and now you're going to have some babies popping. Yeah, we got a course coming. But anyway, y'all check all of that out. Visit the website, blackfathersnow.com. And until next time, thank you, one. But then y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace. Yo, fellas, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And always visit blackfathersnow.com, as well as follow Black Fathers Now on virtually every social media platform you can think of. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Just follow us and engage with us, man. Look forward to hearing from you. And I guess until next time, I'll holler at you. Peace.